Hello, third grade. Welcome to our virtual music class. The past two music classes, have watched two different Quaver movies on rhythms and duration. And remember that duration is the length of a note. So we have different notes that are worth different lengths. And some are long, some are short, okay? And then all in between. And we've been learning a little bit about those. Remember that beat stays steady. It stays the same. Quaver said that beat is like the bread of a sandwich, okay? In order to have a sandwich, you have to have bread, okay? Something that acts as the bread. So the beat is that bread. Then what goes in between in that sandwich changes, right? Someone might want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Someone might want an Italian meat sandwich, or someone might want egg salad or tuna salad, okay? So it's still a sandwich though, because it still has bread around it. Now our beat is that bread. It stays the same. You can have different kinds of bread. Some beats are faster than others, right? You can have a slow beat or largo beat, or you can have a presto beat. Right? So it doesn't matter, it's still a beat. It still stays the same. Then your rhythm is that tasty filling that changes as you go into it. So you could have a ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. You could have ti, 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 ta, 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 sh, ti, ti, sh, tika, tika, ta, tika, tika, ta, 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 ti, 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 sh. Right? You could have all of these different rhythms and they can change, but what stayed steady the whole time was my beat. And that's how I can change my rhythms, is because my beat stays the same. Now, today, we're gonna look at different rhythmic notes. We're gonna start off with our song that requires you to use your hands, because we're going to review whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes. Okay, so go ahead and get your hands ready, and I'm gonna turn off the lights and turn on our video.
I've made up
Your hands.
these really funky hand movements to help us to remember whole, half, quarter and eighth. Okay, here we go. Remember these. A whole note. 4 beats. Now add a stem, make it into a half note. 2 beats. Close up the whole, make it into a quarter note. 1 beat. And then the little tail of the eighth note, which is a half beat. Now, joined by my amazing new polka band, we are going to sing that song together with all the funky
All
hand
your hands,
movements.
because it gets
Let's
faster.
hit it.
Everyone's hands up.
Half, quarter and eighth. Whole, half, quarter and eighth. Whole, half, quarter and eighth. Whole, half, quarter and eighth. Now faster. Whole, half, quarter and eighth. 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 Let's go faster. Whole, half, quarter and eighth. 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 Good, and faster. Whole, half, quarter and eighth. 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 Whole, half, quarter and eighth.
Very good job, boys and girls. So let's look at a chart of our rhythms, okay? Okay, here's our chart. Our whole note, if you remember from our video, gets 4 beats. I hope you can see that the lines in the boxes right here. So here's how we're going to remember whole note. Whole note gets 4 beats. This is what we say for it. Whole note, hold it. Now if you notice, I didn't go out like this. This is our silent sh right? So every time you see me do shh, I go out like this, it's empty. This is a whole note and it's 4 beats and we stretch it. It's still going on. So we're gonna do whole note, hold it. Okay, can you do that with me? 1, 2, ready, go. Whole note, hold it. The next is our half note. Remember in our song we had a whole note, then we just added a stem to that whole note. We just make one little change for each note. So whole starts out as just like a donut, remember? Then we add a stem to it and it becomes a half note. So this is our half note. And if you can see in our boxes, it just gets 2 beats. So we go half note, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we stretch it for 2 beats. Okay, so let's try that together. Half note, Let's go back to whole note. Whole note, hold it. Half note, half note. Okay, so that's whole note and half note. Then what did we do to our half note to make it a quarter note? We colored it in, right, or filled it in. That's our quarter note. So we have a quarter note here. Quarter note is our tas that we've done. Ta, 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 ta. So can you do that with me? Let's just do that. That's like our steady beat, right? Here we go. Ta, 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 half note, whole note, hold it. Okay, you guys are doing awesome. Our next one is our 8th note. So what did we do? So we had whole, then half, then quarter, then 8. Remember that this was like our flag. So this is what an 8th note looks like when it's barred together with another 8th note. By itself, it looks like that. So that's what our hand did, was make that flag. So when we have 2 of them together, 2 8th notes together, they bar together and their flags connect and they make a T-T. So these are our T-T, 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 T-T. But since 2 of them are in one beat, that means separate, they're less than 1. They each get a half, because a half plus a half equals 1. So the 2 of them together equal 1. So, are you ready? We're going to start with our 8th notes, then go to our quarter notes, then go to our half notes, then go to our whole notes. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. T, 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 ta, 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 ta. Half note, whole note, hold it. Good. So our last ones are our 16th notes. Now we didn't get to that in our song. If you wanted to, you could just make 2 flags. See, my thumb's a flag and the rest of my fingers are a flag. So 16th notes get 2 flags. That's how you tell the difference between 16th notes and 8th notes, are that they get 2 flags. If you remember, in our Quaver movie, there was that alien spaceship. They were trying to shoot down the alien notes that were coming. They blasted them down. They started with a whole note, then it went to 2 half notes, then it went to 4 quarter notes, and then 8 eighth notes, and the last one was the 16th notes. And they came into the ship and they were like, we are not 8th notes, we are not whole notes, we are not quarter notes, we are not half notes. We are 16th notes, 4 to a beat, or something like that, right? Okay, and then they said, take me to your leader. And then both the guys pointed at each other and they said, it's him, okay? So that was from that part of the movie, if you remember. Our 16th notes, if you want to go back to our Freddy story, are our tika tikas. So our tika tikas are 4 to a beat. They each get 1/4. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus another 4th plus another 4th equals 4/4, which equals 1. So these are tika tika, tika tika, tika tika, tika tika. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start, I'm going to push play down here, and we are going to go backwards. So we're going to start with the smallest up to the longest, and then we're going to go from the longest all the way down to the shortest. Here we go. We're going to review with our tika tikas. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Tika, 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 ti, 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 ta, 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 half note, whole note, hold it. I'm gonna give you a breather. Ready to do whole note, 1, 2, ready, go. Whole note, hold it, half note, ta, 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 ti, 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 tika, 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 tika. Good job. Now, how to do that so that you don't speed up or slow down is to make sure that you are accenting every single beat. So in my tika tikas, if I go tika 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 on that steady beat, I don't lose track of where it is. So no matter how fast or slow it is, I won't speed up or slow down because I can feel that steady beat with my tika tikas. Every time I start a new tika tika, tika 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 tika. Okay, so I can feel that in my speech and in my body. Okay, now we are going to go, let me erase that, oh, it's gonna go, okay. Gonna pull up another slide for us, give me just a moment. So, we just reviewed our tas and our titis and our tika tikas. This is a samba. It's called the 16th note samba. They have some rhythms here for us to do and to repeat after them. We're going to listen to it first. You can use your silent beat hands to help you a little bit, and then we'll go back through and really be the echo and really try and get it right. So I want you to listen first. Use your ta, titi, tika, tikas. Think that way, okay? Here we go.
Teach me how to count 16 notes. I really like to play my 16 notes. 16 notes. This song is about 16 notes. Teach me how to count 16 notes. I really like to play my 16 notes. 16 notes. 16 notes. 16 notes. 16 notes.
All right, everybody. Now it's time for you to repeat what I play.
So we're going to do that. But as you've seen, go all the way back to the beginning. The counting for this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're used to using tas and titis, but you can also count it. So if you would like to try counting it, you can count it with me. I'm going to help you count it this time. When we get to tika tikas, they go 1 E and a. That's how we do tika tikas. So they're 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So tika tikas are 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Okay? Or you can just say tika tika, tika tika, tika tika, tika tika. Whatever is more comfortable for you. So we're going to start at the beginning. It's going to be your turn. One thing. I want you to take a look at these. These, ooh, I don't have a note going through my face on this side. These are different, right? We've learned about eighth notes. They have one line going through them. We've learned about 16th notes that have 2 lines. So this is an eighth note tied to two 16th notes. They're tied together, barred together because they equal 1. Now what do we say for eighth notes? We say TT for eighth notes. So 1 eighth note is a T. Then we say Tika for two 16th notes. So this is T, Tika, T, Tika, T, Tika, ta. Or you could say 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Whatever you feel more comfortable with. But this is T, Tika, T, Tika, T, Tika, ta. Okay? So that one might be hard. I'm going to be doing the counting because we haven't done that before. So I'm going to do the counting for you and with you, and then we might go back through. And actually, you know what? The first time I'll do T Tikas with you, and then when we do that repeat, and he says, okay, now it's your turn to repeat after me, I'll do the counting with you that time, okay? So first time is T's and Tikas and Tas. Second time is counting. Okay, here we go. From the beginning. Ready? Ta, ta, ti, ta. Ti, tika, ti, tika, ti, tika, ti, tika, ta. Tika, tika, ta, tika, tika, ta. Tika, 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 ta.
This song is about 16 notes. Teach me how to count 16 notes. I really like to play my 16.
Ready for tika tika?
16
Tika
notes.
tika 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 tika.
This song is about 16 notes. Teach me how to count 16 notes. I really like to play with my 16 notes.
Tika
16
tika
notes.
tika 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 tika
16 notes. 16 notes. 16 notes.
All right, everybody. Now it's time for you to repeat what I play. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tas
right,
and
steady.
TTs.
Here we go.
Or sorry, counting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4.
This song is about
Keep your silent steady beat.
Teach me how to count 16 notes. I really like to play with my 16 notes. 16
1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a
16 notes.
2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 That was hard, wasn't it? All those 16th notes. My hands got tired. Woof, so did my mouth. Going too fast. But I hope you were able to keep up with that. So we can count, or we can use our tas and our TTs and our tika tikas, okay? So that is an introduction to our 16th notes. 4 to 1 beat. They're short, so they go fast. And it's hard to catch them sometimes, okay? Now, we learned today how to recognize 16th notes beamed together in groups of 4. Let me do that. I wanted to listen to some pieces of classical music that use 16th notes in different rhythms. So I want you to listen and let's talk about where we hear those 16th notes. hope that you are hearing lots of 1 and a 2 and a, just like we learned today, the 8th note with the 2 16th notes, right? 1 and a 2 and a 3, and I've heard a lot of those in there. Some 16th notes, lots of 8th notes though. So let's continue listening and just be listening for those. By George Friedrich Handel. He was German. He was born in 1685 and died in 1759. There's the German flag there. He was 74 when he passed away. This next piece is written by Smetana. He was a Czech composer, and he lived from 1824 to 1884. He was 60 years old when he died. Listen for your rhythms in this. Might be a little soft, but I hope that you can hear that flute playing lots of 16th notes. Last one. This is written by a man named Mikhail Glinka, and he was Russian. You can see the Russian flag there. He was born in 1804 and died in 1857 at the age of 53. This is called Overture from Russian and Ludmilla. So I hope that you are able to hear lots of those running 16th notes and 8th notes in there. That is all we're going to learn about today. We will come back with different rhythms to, the next video I post for you, more about different rhythms and following along. And actually for next time, get out a percussion instrument around your house, or use your hands on the table, or go ahead and just clap, or use pens and pencils in your hands as drumsticks, and whatever you choose to do, because we're going to have some fun with rhythms. Have a great day, boys and girls. I miss you.